you received your new open close sign, and now it's time to install it. There's been some changes to the power supply design. The first being the color coding scheme of the wires. We simplified that. There's still a neutral and two hots, one for each message. The color coding has been simplified. They're both black wires, one with a white stripe, one with a red stripe. The black with white stripe is typically your open message, your green message, your arrow, that type of thing. And the black with red stripe is your closed or your X hot. There is another version for 3 message signs. Those 3 wires are there, but there's also an additional black with yellow stripe for that 3rd message. We've gone away from red wires to prevent confusion with people thinking that it's a 3-phase type setup. So, with that being said, once the sign is installed, you'll make those electrical connections like I just mentioned, connecting your neutrals and your 2 hots to your 2 incoming line feeds. Some other interesting things to point out is the mechanical standoffs that were used for electrical transmission are gone. They're now a nylon plastic standoff, and the electrical connection is now made through this wire jumper. And this is all done at the factory. There's no need to do anything when you go to install the sign. Just be aware. Additionally, there are some LED indicator lights on the power supply that illuminate for troubleshooting purposes. So once you've made your electrical connections, you can verify and use these lights for troubleshooting purposes in the event that something wasn't working the way it should have worked. There are 4 LEDs total on this power supply. There's one right here labeled L plus 12V. This LED should be on if any of the messages are to be illuminated. That would signify that the power supply is generating 12 volts like it should. And then there's one for each output channel. There's one up here labeled LA. So if the A message is illuminated, in other words, if the black with white stripe wire has power, then that LA should illuminate. LC is down here next to its connector, and that goes with the black and red wire. And then the 3rd message, which was our black and yellow wire, is what drives LB, which is this guy right there. So you can quickly diagnose what's not functioning with the power supply by looking at those LED indicators. So if open in this case was to be illuminated, then you have LA and L plus 12V both lit up and nothing else.